Doing things is hard, and it's almost simple and complicated at the same time, because realistically, for you to do something, the only thing you need is consistency. And I really do believe that regardless of what is it that you want to do, as long as you have unwavering consistency, you are ultimately going to make it work. But then again, what if you don't? What if you keep on wasting time doing the same thing over and over again and it never works out? And I still do believe that eventually you are going to succeed, and you just kind of have to put in enough work where it becomes unreasonable for you not to succeed. But also, it's like boring and degrading, like trying the same thing over and over again with small tweaks and adjustments every single day. Trying to improve becomes rough. And this is kind of why I no longer make fun of people that fail at the things that they want to do, regardless of what is it that you want to do. If you want to go to the gym and you fail because you're not able to stay consistent, if you're trying to start a business and you fail because you're not able to stay consistent, I kind of see why people fail. I mean, I'm not gonna fail because I'm never gonna stop doing the things that I want to do, and I'm just going to make myself into a robot, and I'm going to repeat the same thing over and over again until I die, basically. And that's kind of like the goal right now. Like, I don't feel like I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna keep on going until there's nothing to do anymore. But I do get tired, and it does become a little bit difficult, especially on days when nothing seems to be working the way that it should. And there are also days when you see a little bit of success, and the little bit of success keeps you going. Because if you would see zero success for, let's say, a year in a row, then, well, eventually it's going to become very depressing, and you can actually, I feel like, borderline go insane if you don't see anything like zero success for like a year straight. Eventually you're going to start losing your shit. But yeah, I mean, still, like, the success at the beginning especially is so tiny and so occasional that it just becomes like this exercise of misery. So yeah, I mean, once again, it is difficult to do things, and I see why people quite often give up on their little goals and little aspirations, because it just becomes easier to not do it. It's just like, relax, sit down, make yourself something to eat, put on the TV show you like, and just spend your life basically watching TV, eating, and just existing. And it's hard because, like, for one side, it's an easy thing to do. It's cool. It's nice. Like, you don't have to do shit. You can just like do your little job that you have. Sometimes you're going to have a better job. Sometimes you're going to have a worse job. But mostly people are going to have some kind of a job that is going to be enough for you to sustain yourself to an extent. And like, the quality of how well you can sustain yourself is going to differ based on what is it that you've managed to do during your lifetime. But I mean, still, most people can like live a somewhat reasonable life where they don't really have to like stress about like going to the gym, trying to improve themselves, or trying to do anything. But I don't think that is a life to live. I feel like you have to have a goal. And I feel like I'm also blessed with having this odd of a mind where I cannot really sit still, and where I constantly need to pursue something regardless of how bad I am at pursuing that specific thing. And if I really think about it, I haven't had a moment for the past 14 years where I wouldn't actively try to do something. And the quality of the things that I've done and the success of the things that I've done vary vastly, like starting from my job where I did relatively okay and maybe a little bit less okay nowadays, but still, that's fine. It's actually a very reasonable job that I have, and I'm actually quite happy with it. But then it's also like, it's hard because like, it's difficult in a sense where I wish I would be able to sit still. And I wish I wouldn't really have this thing where I constantly need to pursue something. Because regardless of what is it that I do, I become kind of obsessive with the thing that I'm trying to do. And ultimately, I'm just starting to realize, the older that I get, is just I need to be obsessed with something for me to be happy. And then if I find something that I'm able to do for an extended period of time that works to an extent, I'm just going to keep on doing it. So for example, like, I've done a few different sports during my lifetime, but the easiest one to do was lifting weights by far. And also that was the sport that I was able to keep on doing, because you can find a gym anywhere you go. And I've been traveling around for a while. So it's like, you just need to occupy yourself with something. You need to chase something if you are like me, at least. And I would assume that there are quite a lot of people that have a very similar weird mental thing as I do, where you just kind of need to pursue something. And actually, like, the thing that has been keeping me going for the most part is the fact that you have this hobby, which is going to the gym, where you can actively try to improve, and there is always something you can do a little bit better. And it's almost like something you become addicted with, and something that you are actively trying to pursue to just do better and better at it, because you become even like a little bit angry, to be completely honest. I actually become pissed off from time to time where I don't really perform the way that I want to at the gym, and I become annoyed, and I kind of become a little bit petty, even to an extent. And in my opinion, that is actually a good thing. I feel like everyone should find something that they want to do, something that they want to pursue. And yeah, I mean, doing things is hard, but at the end of the day, I feel like it is better than the alternative of doing nothing. And as long as you can find something that you're actually passionate about, and as long as you can find something that you actually want to do, you are probably going to live a fairly meaningful life. Because at the end of the day, I don't necessarily even feel like it really matters how far is it that you get, as long as you keep on pursuing the thing that you want to pursue, and as long as you find meaning in the thing that you're trying to pursue. I feel like it's worth it. I feel like it is 100% worth the ride. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.